Assalamualaikum and hi. So continue back to draw the board plot based on board table. So before we started draw the board plot, we need to label your semi-log graph paper. Okay, so make sure the orientation of semi-log graph paper is correct. How do you know? This based on this x-axis label. Some semi-log graph paper label this x-axis on the top and some other semi-log graph paper label at the bottom. No matter where is the label of the x-axis, either at the top or at the bottom, the most important thing that the correct orientation is where you can read the number of x-axis label in increment number from 1 until 9, not in decrement from 9 to 1. So as long as you can read the x-axis label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that is the correct orientation. That is the first important thing. Okay, now we can start label based on this guidance. The first one, to label, suggested scaling as in the picture. The scaling of y-axis for magnitude 20 dB is equal to the scaling of y-axis for phase 45 degree. So for this one, I choose between two horizontal bold lines. So refer to the purple one. Okay, I mean two horizontal bold line is this one. Okay, this one and this one. Okay, meaning that you skip the other line. So in between these two lines, okay, so I bold this one. In between these two lines, I choose this is to be 20 dB per decade. And this one is also I choose for phase equal to 45 degree or negative 45. Okay, this is 20 dB, this is 45 degree. Left y-axis, I choose for magnitude in dB, for magnitude plot. Y-axis on the right, I choose for phase in degree. So I label y-axis on the right as phase in degree. I label the y-axis on the left as magnitude in dB. Okay, so this one, the maximum y-axis is referred to number 14 in the board table. Okay, this one. So my starting point is 52, meaning that I can choose the maximum y-axis is 60 dB. So that I will cover the starting point somewhere around here. Okay, for right y-axis, which is for phase, starting point negative 90 degree in 16 and ending point in 10, negative 270 degree. So in 16, my starting point for degree is negative 90 degree and ending point for phase is negative 270. Only for phase has starting and ending. For magnitude, it only has starting point. There's no ending point for magnitude. Okay, so for phase, negative 90 as your starting and negative 270 degree as your end point. So make sure we cover this starting and ending by labeling the starting until ending. Usually the degree, the phase plot in negative degree. So for this one, I choose these two, between these two lines is 45. So I have this one. Okay. Next one, I should label the x-axis, the frequency in radian per second. So I label 1 until 9. The label 1 until 9 is placed either at the top or at the bottom of the semi-log graph paper based on the semi-log graph paper itself. The orientation is correct if x-axis label can be read from 1 until 9, increasing number. Okay, so the first one, okay, starting with step number 4 and 8 in the table. Step number 4, this one, and 8. It should be the same starting point. This one, please refer to the question. It can be either 0.1 or 0.01. This one. So please refer to the question requirement whether you should start at 0.1 or 0.01. So the starting point for magnitude and phase should be equal. In this case, 0.1. Okay, so the first one on the x-axis, the first one on the x-axis is your starting point based on item 4 and 8 in the table, in this case 0.1. So this one you label as 0.1. The next one increase by factor of 10. So if you have at 0.1, the next one is 1. And the next one is 10. The next one is 100. And the next one is 1000. If you start with 0.01, for the first one, so this is 0.01, this is 0.1, this is 1, this is 10, this is 100, and so on. That's it. Okay, and then this is based if you start the starting point 0.1, so the scaling of x-axis is this one for each label of 1 on the x-axis. If you start with 0.01, the scaling of axis is this one for each 1 in x-axis label. And then you should label the frequency from 5 and 9. So back to the table, and then you label the frequency for 5 and also 9. All the frequencies in 5 for magnitude and all the frequency of 9 for phase. You should label all. In this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So besides this scaling, you should label another frequency in 5 and 9. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So complete the label of y-axis that cover the starting point for magnitude. Label for the right axis that cover the starting and ending point for phase, starting and ending point for phase, and also for x-axis, label based on the starting point based on the requirement in the question, either 0.1 or 0.01, and label all frequency from 5 for magnitude and label all frequency from 9 for phase plot. So that's it for labeling the semi-log graph paper. We continue in the next video. Thank you.